The first thing you gotta know is this wedding wasn't supposed to be a war zone. It was supposed to be silk suits, champagne popping, and fake smiles so tight they hurt your jaw. I'm the one telling this story. Yeah, a man, front row seat to chaos, and trust me when I say nobody saw this coming. Not even the billionaire groom himself. The venue was insane. Cliffside mansion, ocean crashing below like it was mad about something, white roses everywhere. The kind of place where even breathing feels expensive. I was there because I'd known the groom, Adrian Blackwell, since before the billions, before the private jets, back when he was just a sharp-minded dude with a chip on his shoulder and big plans. Now, tech mogul, headlines, power couple wedding of the year, cameras everywhere, influencers pretending they were invited for love, not clout. And then there was the bride, Elena. Elena walked in like she owned the world and knew every secret buried under it. Calm face, perfect makeup, smile soft enough to fool anyone who didn't look too close. But I knew something was off. I'd seen her earlier, hands steady but eyes cold, like she'd already said goodbye to something. Or someone. The in-laws were seated front and center. Adrian's parents looked polished, smug even. His mother had that I raised a king posture, chin up, pearls glowing. His father looked bored, like weddings were just another business deal. And sitting a few rows back, pretending to be just another guest, was Serena, the so-called family friend. The woman nobody questioned because she'd been around forever. That woman was the mistress. Yeah, that one. Music started, guests stood, and Elena walked down the aisle slow and graceful. Adrian smiled at her, that real smile, the one that made headlines. He looked genuinely happy. That's the part that still messes with me. Vows began. Priest doing his thing. Words about love, loyalty, forever. All that pretty stuff people clap for. Elena listened, nodded, even laughed at the right moments. Then it was her turn. She took the mic, turned toward Adrian, and for a second, it looked like a normal speech. Her voice was calm, smooth, no cracks. She thanked the guests, thanked Adrian's parents for welcoming her into the family. That line hit different when she said it. Her eyes flicked to them just a second too long. Then she smiled, and that smile wasn't sweet anymore. She said something like, "Before I promise forever, I think everyone here deserves honesty, especially on a day built on truth." You could feel the air change, like a storm rolling in fast. She reached behind her and pulled out a small remote. Big screen behind the altar lit up. At first, people thought it was a slideshow. Cute couple photos, vacations, yacht shots. Everyone relaxed. Even Adrian squeezed her hand. Then the photos changed. Text messages. Explicit. Dates. Times. Hotel receipts. And faces. Serena's face, clear as day. Adrian's mother in another frame, handing her an envelope. Adrian's father at a restaurant. Serena sitting way too close. Audio clips played next. Voices muffled but unmistakable. The place went dead silent. Elena didn't raise her voice. Didn't need to. She explained everything like she was presenting quarterly profits. How Serena had been sleeping with Adrian for over a year. How his parents knew. How they helped cover it up, paid for apartments, flights, gifts. How they told Elena it was just stress, that she was imagining things. I looked at Adrian. Man was frozen. Mouth open, eyes darting between the screen and his parents. His mom tried to stand up, but security, Elena's security, blocked her like this was planned down to the second. Because it was. Guests started whispering, phones out, recording everything. This was viral gold, and everyone knew it. Elena turned to Serena and finally let some heat into her voice. Asked her how it felt sitting there in white adjacent colors, watching a wedding she helped sabotage. Serena tried to speak, but nothing came out. Just tears and shaking hands. Then Elena looked back at Adrian. That's when he spoke. He didn't yell. Didn't explode like people expect billionaires to do when their life blows up in public. He took a breath, slow and deep, and said, "Stop the video." Screen went black. He stepped closer to Elena, eyes red, not angry, hurt. He said, "You could have come to me. Elena loves it." Not loud, just a short, sharp laugh that cut. She said she did, over and over. She said she begged for honesty and got lies wrapped in luxury. She said this wasn't revenge, it was closure. Adrian turned to his parents, asked them straight up if it was true. His father didn't answer. His mother tried to justify it. Said men make mistakes. Said Elena was overreacting. Said the family name mattered more than private drama. That's when Adrian snapped. He told security to escort his parents out. Right there. No discussion. No respect for blood or status. Cameras caught everything. His mother screaming, father silent, Serena breaking down as she was dragged away too. Then Adrian said something nobody expected. He said, Elena, you're right. This wedding is built on lies, and I won't stand on lies. He turned to the priest and said the ceremony was over. Just like that. No marriage. No kiss. No applause. Elena looked relieved, like she'd been holding her breath for months and finally let it out. She handed Adrian her ring, set on the altar, walked past him without touching, head high, dress flowing like she was walking out of a burning building she'd already survived. People didn't know what to do. Some clapped awkwardly. Some cried. Some rushed to upload clips. Me? I just stood there thinking about how clean her execution was. Cold, smart, devastating. Afterward, chaos. Guests kicked out. PR team scrambling. Adrian locked himself in a side room with his lawyers. The headlines exploded within minutes. Billionaire groom betrayed. Bride exposes affair at wedding. Parents complicit. But here's the part nobody talks about. A few hours later, Adrian came out. He looked wrecked, but clear. He released a statement taking full responsibility, cutting off financial ties to his parents, removing Serena from every company and charity role she had. Stock dipped, yeah, but long-term? People respected the move. Elena disappeared. No interviews. No posts. No cash grabs. Just gone. I heard later she started her own foundation overseas, focused on women betrayed by powerful families. Quiet power. No drama. And Adrian? He rebuilt. Slower. Smarter. Alone. That wedding didn't end a relationship. It exposed a whole system of silence and entitlement. Elena didn't scream. She didn't beg. She didn't play victim. She showed receipts and walked. That's why this story still sticks with me. Because sometimes the loudest move is the cleanest one. Sometimes dignity looks like flipping the lights on and leaving the room. If this story hit you, if you've ever watched someone choose truth over comfort, don't just scroll past. Share it. Talk about it. Because stories like this remind people that power doesn't mean untouchable, and silence is always a choice.